Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Science with Miss Gardner. Class, today we are going to continue our unit on the moon. So first, let's review what we've learned so far about the moon, the sun, the earth, and their relationship as they work together. I have this visual with me today to help out. Here we have the sun. We know that the earth orbits or moves around the sun. But we also learned that the moon orbits the earth. The moon is constantly orbiting the earth, and that takes about 28 days to do. So that's what we've learned so far about the moon. Today we're going to learn a little bit more about moon phases. Now, some nights we might go out and look up in the sky and not see any moon at all. Whereas other nights, we might go outside and see a bright, full moon. Well, the moon's shape appears to be changing. However, that's not the case at all. The moon always has the same shape. But the part of the moon that we're seeing from Earth changes as the moon moves around and orbits the Earth. Nights that we look outside and we don't see any moon at all, that's because it's a new moon phase. New moon is when the moon is in between the sun and the earth, and you cannot see the moon at all. Slowly, more of the moon is visible from Earth, is lit up from Earth as it rotates around. Now, this white part is showing the part of the moon that we can see, the part of the moon that's lit up bright in the sky from that sun shining on it. Oh, excuse me. Now, as the moon is orbiting, eventually we'll get to the full moon phase. As you can see, that is the exact opposite of new moon. That is when the moon is shining bright and full in the sky and you can see the complete moon. And that's when it looks like it goes the moon, the earth, and the sun in the rotation. And then the cycle continues. Eventually, the lit up part of the moon becomes less and less until we start back over in that new moon phase. So remember, one full revolution, or the moon orbiting the earth once, is 28 days. Friends, this is very important, the way that the moon phases or the way that the moon changes its appearance when we are looking at it from Earth. And this is actually something that I do want you to learn. So what I have also made for you all to see is similar, which is the moon phases again. And I just want you to ask yourself, first, do you remember what this is called? I'll give you a moment. Do you remember what this moon is called? All right, you should have come up with this is a new moon. And as we can see, more and more of the moon is lit up from Earth. And eventually we get to here. What is this called? I'll give you a moment. This one. You should have come up with a full moon. And then slowly less of the moon is visible from Earth. And I'll hold these two up for you. Let's see if I can get them on the same screen to compare. Now this is just two ways of actually looking at it. Both times we have the new moon, just the new moon. And then it'll be going in a circle like this, or it'll be going like this. So this is just two ways of looking at the moon phases. As I said earlier, this is very important that we learn the moon phases. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you a moment to pause the video, and whichever way works best for you to learn the different moon phases. But I want you to take a moment and either copy this in your notebook or copy this in your notebook. So please pause the video and do so right now. All right, so you should be back from copying in either option A or B in your notebook and beginning to practice learning those different moon phases. So just to review, friends, remember, the shape of the moon never changes. It's just the way it looks from Earth. During our new moon, all of the light is shining from the sun on the side of the moon that we cannot see from Earth. And so the moon looks very, very dark during the new moon from Earth. And then we'll slowly see more and more of it being illuminated till we get to the full moon, and then back to less and less of it becoming illuminated until we start our cycle over again at new moon. So please practice drawing those and recognizing what comes first. You should be able to know if I show you this picture that the next phase is going to be the full moon. Just as you should know if I showed you this picture that this is going to be the next phase, that less of the moon is going to be lit up from Earth. Also, I have attached the link to a Brain Pop Junior video. This will be in your assignments. This is a really great video for you to review the phases of the moon. So definitely watch that to help prepare for your quiz and to help prepare for our live assignment, our live lesson. That will be later this week. Lastly, I challenge you to go outside with a parent, with parent supervision, and look up at the moon and record, is the moon out tonight? If so, what does it look like? I challenge you to do that every single day this week and reflect on what the moon looks like if you see it and how is it changing. All right, I miss you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, friends.